Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Betsy, how are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk, Real Women, Real,
Real
Laughs.
laughs. Yes,
Woo-hoo!
lots of laughs. I know we teased this a little bit in our last episode, but we have an amazing new guest with us. I'm super excited.
This is so exciting. Guest number 2.
Yes. And the first one was Mima, so it doesn't count because she's pretty much in everything that we say.
She is,
Yeah.
yes.
So our first, real guest.
Real guest.
Yes.
She is so
Yeah.
excited to be here today.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very honored right now.
That's awesome. So, welcome our good friends, Abby Madura. Would you like to tell us about yourself?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So my daughter met
Yeah.
Betsy's daughter playing basketball
Yeah.
many years ago.
Yeah.
And I met Brenda through Betsy.
Yeah. This is like our senior tribute. Both of our daughters are seniors in high school.
Yep.
Yeah.
My oldest is the same age as Betsy's youngest.
Young. Just like Brenda, as your daughter graduated, and you live vicariously through me watching
Yes.
out my daughter. We're now transferring that to you,
Yeah,
your other
exactly.
children.
We'll
so
be
that
coming
way-
and watching your
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll expect
yes.
you both there.
Yeah, exactly. So we decided that this could be our senior tribute to our amazing daughters and just talk to everybody a little bit about all of the woes of the last and how hard it is. A little bit different for me because this is the first of your last. This is the last of my last. And Brenda and I have talked about this in previous episodes. Everything is a little bit deeper. We recently ended our basketball season, and that was a little weepy and
Oh, for sure.
unexpected. Ugh. It was so hard, wasn't it?
Oh my
Did you actually think that we would lose that game?
No.
I didn't either.
No,
And we weren't
No.
supposed to lose.
we shouldn't have lost that game.
Yeah. But we did. And it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Our girls were sobbing like 3 minutes left in the game. And then they went to, it was really cool actually. They took them to the locker room.
Yes.
And there's 7 seniors on our team. There's not usually that many seniors, but the coach asked them, would the seniors like to say anything? And they each got to go around and say something. So of course they were already
Oh.
sobbing
Yeah.
when they came out. And oh my goodness, I could start crying right now thinking of the girls coming out.
God.
And I was in the front of the mom bunch right there for whatever reason. They came out. And it's your daughter and my daughter were both walking around the corner and they just looked at me and I was like, come on girls, be calm.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
sobbing.
I looked over at my daughter like the last couple minutes. It was pretty obvious we were going to lose.
Yeah.
And it was game over. She wasn't crying yet.
Yeah.
And I just blew her a kiss.
Oh,
I stopped watching the game and just watched her.
yeah.
And she was mouthing to me, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. So while we
Like,
were
honey,
waiting
as
for
a female,
them,
you're going to use that word a lot.
you're going to say it's fine a lot. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yes.
I'm still not
And
fine.
then you get in the shower and you ball your eyes
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we waited for them,
Yeah.
sat on the bleachers and waited for them to come out. And I held it together.
Yeah.
I think you did too,
Yeah.
Betsy.
Yes.
And I said, I'll be fine if she's not crying.
Yeah.
If she comes out,
Yes.
okay, I'll be fine. I stayed back.
Yeah.
So you were maybe towards the front. I was way in the back.
I
holding it
probably
together.
might have been Sue the crying.
I was watching my youngest, who
Yeah.
also loves basketball, plays basketball,
Yeah.
try not to cry.
Yeah.
She was ready to cry
Yeah.
as an
You
11-year-old.
see like the quivering lips, the biting of
Yeah.
the
So we just sat there, and my husband
Yeah.
gave my daughter a hug first. And as she came around from him, I could just see it on her face. I was instantly sobbing.
Yes.
And then looking around at all the other moms.
Yeah.
And all the other girls.
Holy cow.
And all the underclassmen. And everybody
Yeah.
just
Yes.
bawling. And I don't think it was just because we lost. It was just because it was over.
So
Oh,
the
100%.
last. Yeah, one of the last.
What was really cool, Brenda, as we talked to our girls afterwards, and they talked about this emotional moment for them, the underclassmen were really sad it was over, but they were sad because they were going to miss them.
I know.
Yeah.
They were sad because they're not going to be hanging with us anymore in this sport. In our school district, you do it all year long.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You
they
spend a lot of
become
time with
really
those
close
kids.
to all these athletes, and
Yeah. So it's changing
crazy.
their life as well.
Yeah, I think the first thing that they said the next day after we got through the emotions is, I'm gonna have to get a job.
Yeah.
All the stuff we were pushing back until
Yeah.
when basketball's over.
We're too busy. Yeah, we're too busy. We can't do this.
Yeah.
And now you can do all of that.
Yeah.
I even heard from some of the underclassmen's parents
Yeah.
that didn't think the team or the girls had that much of an impact on them, say that after the fact that they had a huge impact and helped
On
them
the
with
young
their
generation,
love
yeah.
of the game
That's
this
so
year.
cool.
Oh, that's
So
Yes.
cool. That's the part where we just have to reiterate to our kids, right? And you know this from your girls, they've been in different sports, but as they go through these sports, the younger athletes they're mentors to all these younger athletes. In the dance program you've been in, it's a little bit different because they actually have access. They're at the same studio, they're seeing each other, they're in the same competition, so it's like really easy to find them as mentor. So you don't really quickly relate that in basketball it's the same way, but I think that's so awesome. You have the advantage of having like your younger daughter be involved in the program to be able to share this feedback with you. That's really cool.
The next day, my youngest daughter had basketball games, so we had to go straight there.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter, came with us, bawled her eyes out as soon as we walked into the space.
We've exchanged these pictures of our children when it hits them bawling and with sunglasses on.
Yeah, I was like, too soon. This was mom fail. Too soon. Probably should have told her to stay home.
A little distance in between the game and now.
But what was helpful is the other parents, all they could say was not about the loss. None of them talked about the loss.
Yeah.
How is she?
Yeah.
They all said, how's your daughter? How is she taking this? And passed on how much of a mentor they are to these 11-year-old girls who can't wait to play basketball, who have their player cards hanging in their lockers, and love having a high five before the game or after the game. And that's what really matters.
It really does. My daughters did have that as well. And with dance, even though they were together a lot, they would hear from a lot of the younger ones, or they would have a younger sister, if you will, that they were paired with, so that they mentored them, and those young girls just looked up to them so much. At the end of the season, they would talk together, and that was the most impactful thing, to hear how much they impacted their life.
And it's really cool for your older kids to understand the impact they can have on others, because Brenda and I talk a lot about the proof that you're doing okay.
You've done something right once in a while.
Right? The fact that they've been involved in this thing, and our girls could have quit
every year.
Many times.
Yeah.
So many times.
Yep.
And sitting here today, our school district is very hard to be successful in, and the fact that they made it and they were part of the team is a real honor. It's pretty awesome. Joking about this earlier, we have the banquet tomorrow. Yes. We had to do a farewell video for this banquet. And I know it's going to be sad at that as well. I joke.
Do you have Kleenex packed for tomorrow?
I'm going to
we probably should.
A whole box. But it's funny, the things that I talked about isn't what she did on the court. It's the character that she built through the entire experience, because playing a sport all year long, when it's not her only thing that she does school. We have a pretty big family. We have family commitments. We've got all sorts of other things. She does a few other sports for fun. There's a lot. There's a lot in these kids' lives, and being able to stay so dedicated, it's just the amount of pride that I have is pretty awesome. And I know we're the same in that.
Yes.
And our girls have actually been together, it's not just with a school program. Our girls have been together for club programs for years.
Yeah, 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. We've joked about this, and I know, Brenda, you have the same perspective, but every time you would try out for a new club team, the club team is a little bit the same, but a little bit different. You didn't know exactly who was going to join. And to us, really, our only care was whether or not the parents were fun.
Are they going to hang out in the hotel lobby with us after the game?
Yeah, exactly.
Those relationships are also so important.
Yeah.
My daughters have graduated now, and I'm only 1 year from the senior year, but we still have those friendships from when our daughters were going through sports, and you spend so much time together. You go through a lot of the same things and a lot of the same transitions in their growing years that we're still friends with them, and they mean a lot.
They become
in our
lifelong
lives.
friends. Yeah.
So
many good
it was
memories.
also an ending for you guys as well. That
or a new
see you every
beginning.
day. Yes.
A new beginning of
You
just
have
hanging out.
a
Right,
different way.
right.
Yes, but you need to be diligent about doing it as well, because it's easy
Yeah.
when you have to be where the other person is.
Yeah.
So you just have to make that a priority. You will, but it's just one of those things.
It's not as easy. I agree.
Yeah, it's not like running into each other 3 times a week.
Oh, I know I'm
Yeah.
going to see her. We'll catch up on this, that, or another thing.
It's super hard. As we talk about the group of laughs that this brings, just for a moment to those young moms, we're all at a stage in our lives where it's technically easier because the labor's not as hard of what you have to juggle. However, the stuff you're dealing with is pretty big stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a difference. 15 years ago, we were worrying about what color the PJs were and whether or not they were going to throw a fit before they went to school because they dressed in this versus that. Now it's what school am I going to go to, and big life decisions,
Right.
bigger things.
I have my first job and I want to do a great job and I'm so anxious. So just all
I'm
those
getting
big
married.
things.
It's like big stuff now at this phase of our life. But do you guys remember, how did we do it? When they were babies and we were juggling, do we black out?
I think you have to.
Yes.
Because otherwise you
agree.
can't move on to the next stage.
Yeah. I had bloody knuckles all the time. 3 car seats across the back seat that don't fit. And then you got to buckle them in.
Yeah.
You're carrying kids everywhere. And if one of them gets sick, we were talking about this. You have a career as well.
Yeah.
You have to juggle with your husband and who's going to stay home sick.
Yeah. And who goes most of the time to go get them or stays home? It's the mom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But hey, you add a career to that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, it's your turn today. The school called and they're sick. I
Yeah.
can't go. I have appointments. I need you to go. Yes, there's a lot of juggling.
So, Abby, I have to ask, what's your most proud moment? And it could be your proud moment of your senior, since this is our senior tribute, or a proud moment of you as a mom getting your senior all the way to be senior, or both.
So if I think about my senior, I have to say that she never quits.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have instilled in her that she always has that choice. You don't have to continue with something if you don't love it. And I tell her that all the time. She's thinking about that with schools and college.
Yeah.
And I say, you can change college.
Yeah.
You can go to one school and go to the next. Now, it costs money, and I don't want you to stay there for a lot of years, but you don't have to stick with one school.
Yeah.
If you get there and you don't love it, transfer. You pick a career and you don't love it, do something different.
Don't
But
be
she
afraid.
won't quit. She's
Yeah.
going to stick with whatever it is that she set out to do
No matter how hard. She
Yes.
proved that. It has not been an easy road.
every year.
Yeah.
Was a new obstacle. It was a new team, a new coach,
Yes.
and feeling like maybe the rest of the team or the coaches didn't want you there.
Having to prove yourself
Realizing-
every single time.
Realizing that she deserved to be there,
Yes.
and
Helping them to overcome, we've talked about this, the imposter syndrome, right?
Mm-hmm.
It starts at a young age.
It does.
And trying to help our girls to realize that they've earned this right. They've put in 12 years of basketball.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
The
you-
hours of dedication that they've put to this
Yeah.
sport.
Yes.
They deserve
Yes.
that,
Yeah.
to be
Yep.
there.
It translates so quickly and easily over to real world.
Yeah.
I actually do deserve to be in this job.
Yes.
We tell that our older kids
Yes.
right now. Like, it's hard when they're starting out in the world. Am I actually good enough for this job? The voices in your head can be overwhelming.
They can.
Think about all the lessons she just learned,
Oh,
how that's
gosh.
going to translate out into the real world,
Yes.
because she overcame all these different things. So I totally
Yes.
agree.
And like thinking about not quitting, doing something you love, you can always switch. She loved basketball. She loves basketball. She wasn't going to quit that.
Yeah.
As hard as it was, she was never going to quit that.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, realizing stick with what you love, stick it out, keep going, switch if you don't love it. But if you love it, don't quit.
Right. You'll get through the hard stuff.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
And I bias probably, but I think she's one of the kindest girls I've ever met.
Yeah. We talk about that too. Whenever we see those glimmers of kindness.
Yes.
Yeah. Mom's doing all right.
That's
It is.
totally a mom move,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you proud of as a mom?
Not pulling all my hair out.
One foot in front of the other every single day.
Yes. I'll say also not quitting.
Yeah.
Because how easy would it be to just be like, I don't want to deal with this. You're
Yes.
not playing any sports because it's too stressful. It's
It's too
tiring.
stressful
I
and all
can't
of
manage
us.
all these schedules.
Yeah. Yeah. So Abby has 3 children. All of them are heavily involved
yes.
in activities, and both you and your husband work.
Yes.
So it's not super easy, and all your family is on the other side of the state.
Yes.
How you're doing it. You tap into the village.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
like,
gosh.
I can't be there for this. I'm going to be there for that.
How many times have you and I done that?
Yeah.
I can't be there. I got to
Yes,
work. I'm coming
yes,
straight from work,
yes.
but can you drive her
Yeah.
there?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, here's a live feed. Will you send the video?
Yes.
Here's
And
the
I-
video. Did you get it? I got it. I got it.
I can't be at the awards ceremony, but I'll take pictures. I'll send them
Yes.
to you when we're done.
You do. You have to lean
You
on
have
each other.
to, yes.
Yeah.
And thankfully, like you said, we all have this village that
Yeah.
helps us with that because we wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. Or feel like we're successful.
You would feel
As
like
a
you're
parent.
missing so much.
Yes.
But
We
just end up being resentful all the time.
Yes.
talk a
So
lot
much of
about
it.
mom fails. Still feel like there are a lot of those in our lives, but the other things outweigh that and show us at the end. That was just a minor thing. It wasn't something that was really a failure. We just felt inadequate at that time.
Yeah.
Because we're so hard on ourselves. It's hard not to be. There's no right or wrong. It's just doing your
Right.
best. You're just trying.
Yeah.
And
just
with
keep
my
going.
daughter being the oldest, you're learning with that oldest.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then the next kid is totally different.
Exactly.
So you're
We
relearning.
just talked about this.
And then the next kid
Yeah.
is again totally
Like, how
different.
can they be so different?
Yes.
But they are.
Same
Yes.
gene pool.
Yep.
Couldn't you guys have any similarities?
Yes. And they're all under the same roof. So you're
Yeah.
having to say one thing 3 different ways at the dinner table to get everybody to engage.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I actually never thought of it that way. I'm actually saying the same thing 3 different ways to
Yeah.
be able to get you all to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. So are there any things that you will miss the most about not having your daughter as a senior? For me, I'm going to miss the activities involvement in the school. And I know you've tagged along in all of our activities. And like we said, so your girls are going to have a whole lot of support going forward.
Good.
Yeah. But what will you miss most?
Probably where are we going after the game? And
Yeah.
does anybody want to meet up before the game?
Yeah.
Because that very next day I was with my other daughters doing sports.
Yeah.
So it's not stopping for me. So I get to keep doing that, but I don't get to keep doing it with your
Kind of
parent.
routine.
Yeah.
Like you said, Brenda, you got to just figure out how to make it intentional. And the good news is, like we experienced this year, Brenda just came along to the dinners before and after
Yes.
to watch my
Yeah, we're
daughters.
doing that.
Yeah.
So we have also made some really great friends by
Yes.
tagging along to
Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah.
100%.
I did.
So any funny stories as a mother that you would love to share? I know we all have those funny moments. I don't know if I've shared this or not, but I was thinking about this the other day. Do you remember the ice bucket challenge?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we did the ice bucket challenge and just talking about mom fails. Since we have you as a guest, we thought we'd just put you on the spot and have you share one of your funny stories, but I'll share first. So I thought this would be hilarious to do with the kids. And they were like, yeah, let's do this ice bucket challenge. I'm relatively intelligent. I catch most things. However, catching that the ice bucket challenge needs to be an ice bucket that you drop from a close vicinity to your child's head versus far away. I didn't quite catch that. And literally my mom was like, why are you dropping that bucket of ice water from way up on the deck down on your child? And I was like, Mom, ice bucket challenge. That is going to puncture his brain. And I was like, Mom, everybody's doing it. It's not going to hurt. It's an ice bucket challenge. She's, no, I'm pretty sure that ice from that far away, even with water, will hurt. Let me just tell you, Mom was right. And I didn't listen because I'm an adult. I've had these children.
Mom.
I know what I'm talking about. Oh no.
Oh,
My son started sobbing and I was like, Mom fail.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Oh my.
So anyway, any funny stories come to mind?
It's hard to probably just narrow down one, but
Yeah.
I can remember one, which I was just totally embarrassed. Probably more than funny. My oldest also danced for 7 years. Gosh, a long time.
Wow.
They had a theme week the last week, so one of the days was costume day. You probably know because you're involved in dance. It meant wear an old dance costume.
Yes.
I thought it meant wear a Halloween.
Oh.
And my daughter had no clue. She was just happy to be in her Ariel costume with a wand and everything. And everybody else was looking at her like,
What?
that's not the costume we were thinking of. And so she was 5. That was our first year.
Oh,
I still think about that.
isn't that so
Oh,
funny?
I'm still embarrassed. Obviously, she didn't know what was going on, and she
right.
didn't
And,
even pay
yeah.
attention to it. It was all
Probably
dance
didn't pay
costumes.
attention.
But
You have the pictures. You need to put
You
that
were
picture
just-
up at her
yeah.
graduation party.
yeah,
I'm gonna open the door and let you go in, and I'm gonna go back to
yeah.
the car.
Because I don't want people to know that
That's
I
awesome.
put you in that costume.
You can pull the, what did your dad do? That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many different things that we could talk through. I know one of the most fun things for me, as our girls have grown up together, is the traveling times, right?
Yes.
And getting to know your entire family and being able to spend time. Our moms are a hoot.
Oh my gosh.
Together, they're even funnier. Brenda, this is so funny. We were at probably a BW.
That's
right?
where we always go.
That's where we always go. Our moms were there, and they probably had one drink,
Well, probably.
which is enough.
Yep.
Because then they're really funny. There was a gentleman, probably, 30?
Maybe.
Something young. Yeah. They were messing around at the bar not too far away from us, and they flung something.
It was a lighter.
Oh, that's right. It was a lighter. And it hit Abby's mom in the shoulder. And she thought that would be a really fun opportunity to engage with my mom to flirt with him. It was so funny.
Oh my goodness.
It was hilarious.
Started to get a little
Yes.
R-rated. And Betsy and I were sitting there plugging our ears.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was a hoot. So,
Oh.
Do you
so many-
remember one of those traveling weekend? We all crammed into your hotel room
Yes.
and played, what's that game where you flip?
Heads up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Heads
that's
up.
a great
All
game.
moms included,
Yes.
so grandmas included,
Yes.
our daughters,
Yes. It
my
was
sister,
such a great memories.
and
but
we
it
just
was
passed it.
So funny.
Your oldest daughter was
Yes.
there for
Yeah,
that one.
She was. That's
Yep.
right.
And we
Yes.
were crammed in this little hotel
Yeah.
room.
Because they put out a note that said, everyone,
Yes.
you're not welcome to hang out in the
Oh.
lobby. That's fine. We don't really care.
Yeah, we did.
That was a hoot.
Oh
That
my
was fun.
God.
Yes. All women and your husband.
Except for my
Oh,
husband. He's used to that.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, he's surrounded by girls all the time.
exactly.
But,
Yeah. He holds his own. I would
He
say.
does. He does.
yeah.
We
That's awesome.
had, so both of my daughters also, they danced and played softball. But for my oldest, she played softball longer, and we became very close with all those families. And so in the summertime, we would travel every weekend to a different tournament. And so we would all coordinate what we were going to bring to have a picnic or go to dinner or stay at the same hotels. But funny story for me, maybe it's not that funny, but we were all very superstitious. Okay, it's going really badly. So you
for the
need
game.
to go sit over there, and
That's
you need
funny.
to go
We never
sit
went
in the
that far.
car.
That's hilarious.
No,
we
there's-
never really did that.
Oh my gosh, it became this joke where the coaches were like, oh yeah, I see Brenda standing in the parking lot watching the game from over there. There was one game where we were all just nervous. It was so close. It was a tournament game, and moms would switch it up or dads would move around, and I went out and stood in the parking lot. You could still see it. But the further away I was, I felt less nervous. But yeah, oh, there's Brenda. She's in the parking lot.
We just kept getting smaller.
Oh,
that's
yeah, so we were all very superstitious and do that. But yeah, it was great family bonding time. The kids, their siblings, and moms, dads. It was a great
Yes.
time.
So now we're all about to head on senior spring break together, which will be awesome. I'm going to start to get choked up. But after this, then it becomes very hard for us to get all of our kids together based on their different life stages and all of the people they have obligations to. This almost becomes like the last of vacations that you can take.
The last senior year for me, so I had 2 senior years, obviously. The last one was literally the blink of an eye.
I can't believe
From when it started to
right
graduation.
now, it's less than 2 months.
Yes.
I could not believe how quickly it went. I know what you
Be
guys
there
are
for
going
the
through.
moments
I
that
feel
matter.
for you, but man, it's so fast.
Yeah, and I probably shared this in the last one. I know I've told you this, Abby, but with my oldest, it was so random. I was absolutely fine. I'm like, oh, we're going through this. I'm just going to be present. I'm going to be excited to be there. All these different experiences. And then we were at a choir concert, and she sang one tune, and a cry was like, my husband was like,
Yes.
are you all right? I was out of control. And I'm a little worried about that tomorrow at the banquet, to be honest, just because when those videos play, 7
Right.
seniors, a lot of videos to say goodbye, and we're just also grateful for all the moments, and I'm just so proud of everything that they've accomplished, all the hard work, and it's the culmination of all of it. It's more to me than even graduation, because many people graduate.
Yes.
It's-
This is extra.
Yes.
It is. And so just having all of that wrap up in a bow, and they're also doing a speech.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So having them share their perspective is going to be hard also.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be hard for them to share.
I think as long as they don't cry, if they can
Just,
keep it together, I can try to keep it together.
yeah,
But if
exactly.
one of them, any of them, starts to cry, that'll be it.
Yeah. It'll be a weepy mess.
For sure.
It's been awesome to have you join us and talk about all of the
Yes.
different wonderful experience and memories that our girls have had. I'm so proud of both of them and everything that they've done. They've grown so close over all these years.
Yes.
And there's a good group of the 3 of them have stuck together through thick and thin for many years. Now they'll do that going forward. And I'm super excited about where they all choose to go to school next year, because right now it is pending, but there's some chance that they all go to the same school still on
Wow.
the table.
Exciting.
Yes.
And if that is the case, the games continue.
We'll be happy
So,
moms.
We'll
Yeah.
be happy moms. We will be. So
Yeah.
it would be awesome. But if not,
Lots
no,
of
don't.
tailgating to come then.
That is right.
For sure.
Exactly.
I can join the party.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
No pressure to our children. The
Yeah,
right
exactly.
decision.
Make the oral decision, not ours. But
what about me?
Really awesome. We can all together.
So thanks for being one of our guests, and we're blessed to have you. And
Thanks, Abby.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
all right, we will close with our famous saying from Mima, that when times are tough and life seems too much, just focus on lifting your coffee cup
And drinking it one sip at a time.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.